Okay, so why am I here? I particularly believe in this quote by John. He says that if your actions inspire others to dream more, if your action inspire others to learn more, if your action inspire others to do more, if your action inspire others to become more, then you are a leader. And that is an evidence of leadership. And that's one of the reasons why I am here. I'm so passionate about teacher becoming more. I'm passionate about teachers becoming better, because I know when teachers do more and teachers become better, it is, ultimately better for our education system, all over the world, in Africa, and in Nigeria in particular. That's my motivation for putting these together. Okay, so let's move on straight about the Maltina Teacher of the Year. I'm pretty sure that everyone in this call, possibly everyone in this call, heard about the Maltina Teacher of the Year. I still have a couple of calls and messages about this Maltina Teacher of the Year. Some teachers are just getting aware of what it is. It's actually an award put together by Nigerian Bureaus under the Felix Oyemere Educational Trust Fund. It's actually to celebrate teacher, and it focuses on secondary school teachers, those who are teaching within the secondary school. It's an award that seeks to empower teacher, an award that seeks to celebrate the wonderful works that teachers are doing in the classroom. And I think that as teachers will clamor for us to be celebrated, will clamor for us to be recognized by organizations, recognized by people in the society, recognized by people in the community, recognized by the nation. So we have organizations like the Nigerian Bureaus who are doing a fantastic job. I mean, there is no other teacher award in Nigeria that awards teacher this much. Okay, and then Nigerian Bureau is leading the way, and they need to be appreciated. So they seek out to appreciate teacher. They seek out to recognize the wonderful work that teachers are doing. So I believe that it's important for teachers to be aware of this award. It is important for us to spread the information, around to teachers around us. So because the more the merrier, the more the teachers that are aware of this award, the better for the education, communities. Just like you having something prepared for you somewhere, and you're not even aware, you have an inheritance somewhere, and you're not aware of it, you're going to lose out. So that's why we are in this call, for us to know what is this award is about, what is the need for us, and how do we have to position ourselves to get the best of this award. Okay, so what is the need for me? Maybe you're asking that question. What do I have to gain on this award? And I imagine you having your bank account increased by 6.5 million naira. That's no joke. That's no joke at all. 6.5 million naira for the overall winner. And of course, the first runner up get 1.5 million naira. The second runner up will get 1.25 million naira. And of course, inclusive state champions, apart from these, state champions will also get 500,000 naira. So anyone that gets the state championship and goes on to the national champion is going to get additional award. I think this is wonderful. This is fantastic. That's what is in need for the winner. And beyond this, professional development that will be sponsored by Nigerian Bureaus. Okay, traveling abroad, sponsored by Nigerian Bureaus, is part of the the remuneration, if I could call it that way, or part of the reward for going through the rigor of this process and winning this award. I think this is something fantastic, something wonderful that has come to the education community. Okay, so next I'll want to look at a few questions that I've gotten either from my social media, messages, or my personal, inbox. People asking, do female have a chance of winning the award? And I can tell you, the answer is yes, and absolutely yes. Okay, it's a gender, it's an award that actually embraces gender equality. It's an award that everyone, irrespective of your gender, has opportunity, equal opportunity, I should say, equal opportunity. For the first winner of this award in 2015 was Ms. Rose Obi. She won the award, and it's a female. Okay, in 2020, Ms. Oluwabumi Anali from Concordia College in Yola, won the award. That's an evidence that it's an award that embraces equality, an award that embraces gender, equality. Okay, so in case you are just joining, check the chat room. You see what people are putting in the chat room. You can equally do the same. Okay, then another question people get to ask is, do private schools, private school teachers have a chance of winning the award? Usually most things that come out from the government quarters, if you have award from government quarters and they say it's only for maybe teachers in public school, and you're wondering whether in that same state there are private school teachers, okay? But this award is for both private and public school, secondary school teachers, private and public secondary school teachers. And if you look at past winners, we've had winners from both private and public schools. Winners from both private and public schools have won the award. I have my good friend there, Okwaifa Olasukomi, is from government secondary school, Karu in Abuja, and we have other teachers from private schools too who have won from the award too. So private school teachers, you need not to take a back seat at this. Equal opportunity. Private and public school teachers have equal opportunity of winning the award. So it has nothing to do whether you're in private or in the public schools. Just bring your A game to the fore, and then push yourself forward, and you never can tell. It may be your turn to win the award. Okay, so another important thing that I need to point out is your readiness, check. Have your readiness checklist. Okay, the basic requirement first, the readiness checklist, your basic requirement. Teachers Education Council of Nigeria, okay, your registration with TRCN is very important and very key. That's a basic requirement. And another basic requirement is that you must be a secondary school teacher. You must be a secondary school teacher. Okay, that is very, very key. And of course, everyone in secondary school have specific teaching areas where they actually teach. Okay, so those are basic requirements. Okay, be a registered teacher in Nigeria, and of course, you have to be a secondary school teacher, whether from the public or from the private sector. Okay, then another readiness check you need, I think very, very important, beyond the basic requirement, it's you need to check, find a way to erase fears. A lot of teachers take a back seat because they are just afraid, okay? They know they have the basic requirements, they have the things required for them to, to apply, and their mind is telling them, go ahead and apply, okay? But somehow they are afraid, okay? Someone said that fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So, but in case you think your fears are so tangible, really, some people have tangible fears, I can tell you. I mean, it's not a mirage, they have tangible fears, okay? So you need to just sit down and face your fear. If that fear is going to impact you in applying, because if you're afraid, it's going to impact the quality of your application. If you're afraid, it's going to impact the quality of your presentation at the interview when you meet the panel. I mean, you're going to be meeting with who is who in education in Nigeria. You're going to be meeting with leaders of ANCOV. You're going to be meeting with people like, Professor Pachi Tomi. You're going to be meeting with Regina Abu and a whole lot of people like that. They're going to be drilling you, checking you out. So if you're afraid, of course, you know what fear does. Fear steals your confidence and you'll not be able to perform, even when you have what it takes to win. So erase your fears. You need confidence to go into this award. If you want to get to the winning stage, you need confidence. You lose your fear. And one of the things that bring fear to the mind of teacher is maybe you think you lack competence. Okay, you think you lack competence. Just check yourself out. You have been teaching for a few years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. That's okay. You have done quite a lot of things in your classroom. I can tell you, you have done so much. I've not seen a teacher who have done so little. I've not seen a teacher who have done so little. We have teachers who have done so much, but I've seen teachers who do not believe in the little things they have done. I've seen teachers who do not believe even in the much that they have done. I've seen teachers who do not consider their impact as something meaningful. And those are the kind of teachers I've seen. But to be a teacher and you're doing so little, it's not possible. I mean, from my experience anyway, it's not possible. Teacher imposes a strong leadership role upon you, that even when you want to be lazy and you don't want to do nothing, you just find out that it's impossible for you to do nothing. So we do so much. Okay, go back and check yourself. You need to sit down and do a checklist of your activities. Okay, last year, the year previous, write down the things that you have done. Okay, write down the things that you have done. Write down your diary, your teaching diary. I mean, it takes you to having a reflective mindset for you to be able to sit down and write down the things that you have done. Put your portfolio together, because you're going to be writing for your portfolio. You're going to be making presentations for your portfolio. You're going to be discussing from your portfolio, from the things that you have, in store. So it is absolutely important for you to get to that point of deep self-reflection. When you have deeply reflected, I can tell you, you will notice that you've done so much. And from that point, a level of confidence will spring out from you. And that's going to push you to write a winning application and for you to be able to attend the interview sufficiently. Okay, so I want to encourage you and encourage all teachers, okay? Please step out. Even if you do not believe in what you have, can you put it together and just submit the application? Okay, because of the third factor that I want to talk about, which is the God factor, okay? God blesses the things that you have done, but if you don't know the little, okay, there's no way you want to be blessed. I was speaking with someone, I think on last week, Friday, about the person, encouraging the person to push herself, forward. Okay, if God has appointed that you are going to be picked from a basket and you have not dropped something into the basket, I mean, how will you be picked? Okay, so this application, a call for application, is the basket of opportunity that has been made available to you. So put your name in the basket. So if God has blessed your name to be picked, and when they dip their hands into the basket, no matter how more qualified other people are, your name will be picked because of that thing called the God factor. So I believe I'm a man of grace. I believe so much that grace speaks. Okay, but grace will speak for you when you step out, when you launch yourself, out. Okay. Now, having said this fundamental thing, because I'm an inspirational person, that's why I went through that route. Okay. Now let's look at the application. Okay. Let's look at the application. How do you apply for these? You can go to the website, Maltina Teacher of the Year. Okay, on the website, you can apply directly on the website, or you can download the form from the website. You see the 2022, form, download it, fill it, okay, and submit it to the email provided on the website, okay? To the email provided on the website. Very important, okay? I did not put the email here because I want you to get the email directly from the website so you can get the correct email, address, okay? From the website, the email provided on the website. Send your field application form to that particular, email. You will need your school, head of school or principal, or your assistant principal to sign the application form for you. Okay, for those who could not sign digitally, you may need to print out for them to sign on it, then you scan and turn it in, okay? But I advise that you turn in, not a scanned copy, turn in the soft copy of the downloaded form, okay, in Word document, okay? You can download it in Word document, fill it, find a way so there will be somebody in your school that knows how to sign digitally or how to put a digital signature on a Word document, okay? And if you don't know what to do, you can send me an email, later, communicate with me. I can put you through. The reason why I said it's better to submit a Word document back to them, or the Word document converted to PDF and submit it back, is because if you decide to scan, your handwritten document, and it's not proper, it's not cleared, okay? Sometimes the scanning machine may not be that clear. If the person reading or proofreading your application cannot see it well, they have thousands of applications, they are going to drop yours. I mean, I've been part of so many things, and I know how things work, recruitment processes and all that. I know how things work. Okay, you have thousands of applications to go through, and somebody's name is not clear, or you didn't properly scan your CV or something, they'll just throw it somewhere and pick another person. So it's important for you to follow through this advice. Okay. Now still on the application. Now I've entered the application properly. The first page of the application, okay, contains what we call the general information and profile of teachers. General information like your name of your school, your age, your bio data, okay? It contains your bio data. You put your bio data there, and of course the profile of the teacher, okay? You have it, in the first page there. Then still on the first page, there's an aspect that says, and this is where the big job starts. This is where the details start, okay? List all the teaching and professional awards and recognition you have received within the year 2020 to 2022, okay? And evidence to be uploaded. List all the teaching and professional awards and recognition that you have received. So all the awards and recognition that you have received between the year 2020 to 2022, you're going to list all of them, there, and with the evidence, okay, with the evidence. So for teachers who have been keeping, their portfolio very well, who have been doing a good job of following through, of documenting their portfolio, you look back into your portfolio and you'll see teaching, recognitions, award in one form or the other. I know most teachers will have issues with these, thinking that, oh, which award have I received? Oh, which professional, recognition have I received? Even if you have not received any, okay, professional recognition, it does not stop you from applying. It does not, I repeat, it does not stop you from what? From applying. There are added advantages. And of course, when you say something is an advantage, it's an advantage. I mean, you can't take that away from someone who has a lot in his portfolio, okay? So maybe this is an opportunity for you to also be conscious of the fact that you need to now begin to work as an intentional teacher. You need to begin to keep, record of the little, recognitions that you have received. I want to believe you thought for years there is no way someone hasn't recognized you, and I want to be very intentional about this. I'm taking my time to take you through this, and this is perhaps the most detailed, talk you will get on applying for this Maltina Teacher of the Year, because I don't want to rush over it. I want to take time in details to tell you some specific things, okay? So in case you are wondering, I've not won an award before, let me give you an insight into what this means, okay? Now, if you can see my slide, okay? Understanding teaching and professional awards and recognition, okay? So what does it mean? Have you received a letter of recommendation sometimes before, maybe from the head of department, from your HODs, from your, maybe from organizations that you work for at one point or the other, okay? Maybe within your school or outside of school, okay? Letter of recommendation in service, within the school or out of school. Whatever you have done, where you have been, recognized. Go and look at that recommendation. There will be something that relates to your teaching and learning, that relates to your professional etiquette, or something that relates to that in that recommendation. That is what they are talking about. That's it. That's a letter of recommendation. It's a professional recognition. Okay, it carries a lot of weight. It carries a lot of weight. So go and dust those times that you were appreciated by your principal and they say, thank you for being part of social committee. Okay, that's a letter of recommendation. And if you check some of the things I do in my initiative, Teach to Reach, why I am so much particular about appreciating teachers with award, appreciating teachers. I do Teacher of the Week, Teacher of the Month, because I have insight into what it takes to win an award. These are the things they required for. Okay, and so people who have received such, they have opportunity to present, something, like this. You have service award. Okay, award for the services that you have rendered, whether it is service in your community, or maybe you went for an to do a tutorial service or free of charge somewhere, and they appreciated you with an award or with a letter of recommendation, or you've given a keynote speech somewhere, and they give you a letter of appreciation. That's what they are referring to. I'm a member of faculties of many training organization, for example, like the Right Teacher Academy faculty. I get a letter of appreciation. I get, certificates of presentation. These are the things that I present, okay, when I have opportunity to register for an award. Okay, professional community recognition too, very important. Do you have testimonials from your parent teacher association, testimonial from your students? I mean, what better recognition do you need than something coming from your students? Now tell me, what better recognition does a teacher need, okay, than something coming from your student? Okay, these are the things that they are talking about when they talk about you listing all your teaching and professional awards and recognition. So I hope that you understand the point of view here now. Okay.